What if I told you the key to living past 100 wasn't some complex medical formula or a grueling exercise regimen? What if it were way simpler? What if it was something you could start doing today? We're always told to follow all the rules to live a long life. But when we sat down with a 105-year-old woman in the sun-drenched hills of Sardinia, Italy, she just laughed. "The secret to a long life," she said, "don't follow the rules, but know which ones to keep." Her eyes twinkled with a century of wisdom, and that's when we knew we were onto something real. For the past year, we've traveled the globe, from the pristine islands of Okinawa, Japan, to the rugged mountains of Sardinia and the quiet communities in Costa Rica. We didn't just talk to doctors, we sat down at kitchen tables, walked through gardens, and shared meals with the world's oldest, healthiest, and happiest people. We asked them all one simple question: what's your secret? They didn't talk about fad diets or intense gym routines. They shared timeless wisdom, simple habits woven right into their daily lives. We've pulled their collective knowledge together into 7 secrets. And these aren't just tips for a longer life, they're a blueprint for a more vibrant and joyful one. And the first secret starts right on your plate. If you look at the diets of the world's longest-lived people, you won't find one single magic superfood. What you find is a powerful pattern. They eat whole, unprocessed foods, and their diets are built almost entirely on plants. Think vibrant vegetables, hearty whole grains, tons of beans and legumes and nuts. Meat isn't forbidden, but it's treated like a celebration, eaten only on special occasions and as a small side, not the main event. In Okinawa, Japan, a region with one of the highest numbers of centenarians on Earth, they eat a diet rich in things like purple sweet potatoes, soy, turmeric, and green tea. In Sardinia, it's whole grain bread, fava beans, and a glass of local red wine with meals. The common thread isn't just what they eat, but their deep connection to where it comes from. Many centenarians still tend their own gardens, a habit that gives them fresh, organic produce and a dose of daily activity. But maybe the most powerful secret isn't about what they eat, but how. In Okinawa, they practice a 2,500-year-old Confucian mantra before every meal, Hara Hachi Bu. It's a simple reminder to stop eating when your stomach is about 80% full. Imagine a 103-year-old Okinawan woman named Hana. We watched her prepare her lunch, a simple stir-fry of vegetables from her garden, some tofu, and a small bowl of rice.
She ate slowly, savoring every bite, and then, before her plate was empty, she put down her chopsticks and smiled. "Enough," she said. That little 20% gap between not hungry and stuffed could be the difference between gaining weight or losing it.
It's a practice of mindful moderation that prevents overeating and reduces the stress on the body, a habit linked to longevity in tons of studies. It's not a diet, it's just a mindset of gentle restraint and listening to your body. This isn't about depriving yourself, it's about being satisfied. It's the complete opposite of the Western clean-your-plate mentality. By eating until they're just satisfied, they avoid overburdening their digestive systems and naturally maintain a healthy weight their entire lives. When we think of exercise, we usually picture gyms and treadmills. But in the world's blue zones, you won't find many centenarians with gym memberships. Their secret isn't exercise, it's movement. Constant natural movement is just a part of their day. They live in environments that nudge them into moving. They walk everywhere. They do their own housework and yard work. One of the most amazing examples we found was in Sardinia, Italy, which has the world's highest concentration of male centenarians. Many of these men lived their lives as shepherds, and their job involved walking 5 or more miles a day across mountainous terrain. This low-intensity, all-day activity built incredible heart health and maintained their strength and balance well into old age.
We met a 98-year-old man named Marco who for 80 years had herded his sheep across the same hills. He didn't think of it as exercise. "This is just life," he told us, leaning on his walking stick, his legs still strong. "I walk, I tend to the flock, I breathe the air. My body knows what to do." His fitness wasn't a choice he made for an hour a day. It was just part of who he was.
This holds true everywhere else. In Okinawa, gardening is a universal hobby among the elderly. The constant bending, stretching, and light work keeps their joints flexible and their muscles engaged. In Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula, daily chores are often done by hand, without all the modern gadgets that have basically engineered movement out of our lives. They don't have to think about getting their steps in because their lifestyle demands it. The lesson here is powerful. The world's longest-lived people don't work out. They just live active lives. Finding ways to build more natural movement into your day, taking the stairs, walking to the store, planting a garden, might be way more effective for your long-term health than an occasional brutal gym session. In fact, regular physical activity is linked to a 27% lower risk of mortality, even at very advanced ages. If you ask a centenarian in Japan for their secret, they might give you one word: ikigai. In Costa Rica, they call it a plan de vida. Both translate to the same powerful idea: having a reason to wake up in the morning. This sense of purpose is a huge driver of longevity, acting like a psychological shield against stress. It could be a passion for gardening, caring for great-grandkids, mastering a craft, or just being useful to their community. This isn't some fluffy philosophical idea. It's a real force that promotes mental and emotional health. Studies have even linked having a strong sense of purpose with a lower risk of heart disease and dementia. We met a 102-year-old woman in Loma Linda, California, a blue zone community of Seventh-day Adventists who volunteered at her church every week. Her job was simple. She folded bulletins. But to her, it was essential.
They're counting on me. It's my way of helping.
And that sense of purpose is held up by another critical secret: belonging to the right tribe. Centenarians are not lonely. They are deeply connected to strong social networks of family, friends, and community. In Okinawa, many people belong to a moai, a small social circle that's committed to supporting each other for life, both emotionally and even financially. This built-in network ensures nobody has to face life's challenges alone. In a world that feels more and more disconnected, their wisdom is a reminder of a basic human need. Strong social connections aren't a nice-to-have. They're as critical to our health as diet and exercise. Loneliness can be a chronic stressor, while belonging creates resilience and happiness. Finding your tribe and nurturing your purpose might just be the most powerful prescription of all. Even people in the world's happiest places experience stress. You can't avoid it. Their secret isn't a stress-free life. It's having daily routines to shed that stress. Chronic stress leads to chronic inflammation, which is tied to nearly every major age-related disease. The world's longest-lived people have powerful, built-in rituals for stress relief. For Okinawans, it might be taking a few moments each day to remember their ancestors. For the Adventists in Loma Linda, it's a 24-hour Sabbath, a sanctuary in time to unplug, reflect, and connect with their faith and family. In Ikaria, Greece, an island where dementia rates are incredibly low, napping is a sacred daily ritual. Almost everyone takes a mid-afternoon siesta.
This isn't seen as lazy, it's an essential tool for health. A 99-year-old Icarian shop owner we met closes his store every day at 2 p.m. The body needs rest, he explained.
We work, we eat, we talk, and then we sleep. And then we are ready for the evening. This daily downshift helps lower stress hormones and improves heart health. Happy hour is another powerful stress reducer. In Sardinia, the end of the day often means friends and neighbors getting together to share a glass of local wine and unwind. This daily ritual strengthens social bonds and provides a regular outlet for the day's tensions. The lesson from these cultures is clear: make rest a priority. Whether it's through napping, meditation, prayer, or just enjoying a happy hour with friends, build a routine into your day to consciously downshift. Your body and mind will thank you for it for decades. As we explored the lives of these amazing people, we had to ask, how much of this is just good luck? Did they just win the genetic lottery? Well, science is clear. Genetics do play a role, especially for people who live to be 100 or older. Longevity runs in families, and scientists have found specific protective gene variants in centenarians that seem to slow down aging and guard against diseases like heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's. Think of it like being born with a premium, rust-proofed body. Some longevity researchers have an interesting way to think about it. They estimate that reaching your 90s is about 70% lifestyle and 30% genetics. But to hit 110, that ratio might flip, with genetics playing a much bigger role. But, and this is the most important part, your genes are not your destiny. They're more like a blueprint. How that structure is built and maintained depends on your choices. This is the whole field of epigenetics, the idea that our lifestyle can actually change how our genes behave. We met two brothers in their late 90s in Costa Rica. Same genes, but their health couldn't have been more different. One, who stuck with the traditional lifestyle of a simple diet and physical work, was still active and sharp. The other, who had adopted a more Western diet and sedentary life, was struggling with chronic disease. They were living proof that even the best genes can be sabotaged by a poor lifestyle. You can't change the genes you were born with, but you can influence how they act. A healthy diet, regular movement, and stress management, all the secrets we're talking about, are the tools you use to switch on your longevity genes and silence the ones that promote disease. So while a few lucky people get a head start, the finish line is still largely determined by the race you run. One of the most incredible things about centenarians isn't just that they live longer, but that they seem to age. They have this amazing resilience, an inner shield that lets them delay or even completely escape the chronic diseases that hit most people in their 70s and 80s. Scientists have found that superagers tend to be either delayers or escapers. Escapers are rare. They reach 100 without any major age-related diseases. More common are delayers who do develop these diseases, but way later in life, often not until their late 90s. Think of the human body like a car. Most cars, after 80,000 miles, have had a few big repairs, but a centenarian's body is like a vintage car that was built with superior parts, has been perfectly maintained. It runs smoothly for 100,000 miles, developing its first real problem much later than average. This slower disease progression is a key trait of exceptional longevity. This resilience comes from all the other secrets working together. The plant-forward, anti-inflammatory diet provides the right fuel. The constant, gentle movement keeps the heart young and muscles strong. Strong social ties and a sense of purpose protect against the mental decline that can speed up physical aging. And yes, good genetics provide a robust foundation. We saw this resilience up close in a 101-year-old woman from Icaria, Greece. She was diagnosed with cancer in her 60s and told she had less than a year to live. Instead of harsh treatments, she moved back to her native Icaria, started eating from her garden, reconnected with her old friends, and drank the local wine. Decades later, she was cancer-free. Her story, while just an anecdote, is a powerful example of the body's ability to heal when you put it in the right environment. This secret isn't about one pill. It's about creating a lifestyle that builds a resilient, disease-resistant body from the inside out, so you can not just add years to your life, but more importantly, add life to your years. The final secret is one science is just now starting to fully appreciate, but it's something centenarians have been practicing for centuries without even knowing it. It lies deep within us, in what's often called our second brain, the gut microbiome. Our gut is home to trillions of microorganisms, a complex ecosystem like an internal rainforest. A diverse and healthy gut is essential for everything from digestion and immunity to your mood. And new research is showing a powerful link between gut health and a long life. So, how do centenarians grow these healthy inner gardens? It all comes back to their diet and lifestyle. Their diets are packed with fiber from a huge variety of plants: beans, grains, fruits, and vegetables. Fiber is basically fertilizer for your good gut bacteria, helping them thrive. A typical Western diet high in processed foods and low in fiber does the opposite. It starves the good microbes and lets the bad ones take over. We talked to a researcher studying the gut health of Okinawan centenarians. He put it perfectly. Think of your gut as a garden, he said. If you plant a wide variety of seeds, fiber-rich foods, you get a lush, diverse garden that's resilient to pests, disease. If you only plant one or two things and use a lot of chemicals, processed foods, you get a weak garden that's easily overrun. Plus, the fermented foods common in many traditional diets like kimchi in Korea or yogurt in the Mediterranean act as probiotics, directly adding good bacteria to the system. Even the soil they garden in and the fresh air they breathe can contribute to a healthier microbiome. This is where you see how beautifully all these secrets connect. The garden that provides the physical activity, secret 2, also provides the high-fiber food, secret 1, that cultivates a healthy gut, secret 7. It's a holistic, self-reinforcing system. Nurturing your gut with a diverse, plant-rich diet may be one of the most powerful things you can do to support your body from its very core. Exploring this timeless wisdom has been a life-changing journey for us, and we hope it's been inspiring for you. These 7 secrets aren't complicated, but they do take intention. They remind us that a long, healthy life isn't about some radical new discovery, but about the small, wise choices we make every single day. Now, we want to hear from you. What are the longevity secrets in your family or culture? Is there a piece of wisdom from your grandparents that has stuck with you? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you found this journey valuable, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. It truly helps us continue our mission to explore the deep truths of health and happiness. So, what did we learn from traveling the globe and sitting with our elders? We learned that the path to a long and vibrant life isn't a secret whispered in a lab, but a lifestyle lived out in the open. It's about eating real food, but not too much. It's about moving your body naturally. It's about finding your purpose and surrounding yourself with people who lift you up. It's about building in rituals to shed stress. It's knowing that while our genes play a part, our choices write most of the story. It's about cultivating a body so resilient it defies the normal timeline of aging, and a gut so healthy it forms the foundation of your well-being. These aren't 7 different paths. They're one integrated road. And the most beautiful part is that it's accessible to all of us. You don't need to move to a blue zone to start living like you're in one. You can start today with your next meal, your next walk, your next conversation. The wisdom of our elders isn't just about reaching 100. It's about living every year with vitality, connection, and joy. It's about making your life, no matter how long, a life well lived. Thanks for watching.